Hello and welcome to Zeeverse. Today we are going to show you 10 minutes of fishing. So here we have our rod and we are clicking a pool. We caught a fish and we're going to do it again. And then with the amount of bait we have, which is 1600, we're going to do it that much more. Just kidding. Let's go to the dungeon. So, I have equipped a level 1 team just to kind of show you how the game starts. Once I can get there. It costs energy to do your dungeons and you get rewarded in their V currency. So it's pretty straightforward. If you've ever played a RPG or creature catching game, each of my guys here has their attack and then they have an ability they can use. The early dungeons don't really reflect that well on how complicated it can get. So you can just see you can earn some XP, you'll level up, you'll move on to the next dungeon, it'll get a little harder. Higher level monsters, you'll need to level up your monsters to keep pace. We'll use some skills this time. We used our AoE attack and now our tank throws up a little bit of a shield and a taunt. This one's a stun, so this one will lose his turn, which is very valuable. There's PvP in this game. That's an extremely useful skill to have, being able to stun them. They miss their turn. And this is our shaman. He has some gear equipped. Just gives some bonuses. I guess I can pop over and show that. So I just have some pretty crappy gear, to be honest. 100 HP on the helmet. So these stats go to my Z's, my team. So each Z is gaining 100 HP and each Z is gaining 24 damage on their attacks. We'll just select my main team here, which is... these were my starters. I got these in the very beginning. They're the ones I've leveled up. I'm clicking the little purple portal down here. So they're capable of doing a lot better. And these dungeons will go a little longer now. I can even go autoplay. And they'll fight a little faster. So I chose level 80 because it's one of the levels that I can autoplay safely. And also every 10 levels is a boss level. So on 10, 20, 30, and so on. What that means is when you see the boss at the end of this level, he has a chance to drop an egg. And then you can go ahead and incubate that egg with some of the currency. I think it's 3333, the currency we're looting right now. To incubate the egg for 24 hours and then we'll hatch it. And each dungeon has... each of the higher level dungeons has a better chance to drop an egg. So you're better off doing a level 80 than you are farming, say, a level 10. But you can still get the eggs to drop on level 10 if that's the only one you can kill. So I like to kind of just focus on the levels that have bosses. If I can't get to 90, then I'll farm 80. So here we are, we're attacking the big guy. My team has a stun, a heal, and a taunt. Pretty standard. Pretty standard starter team. It's not very specialized. But we're over leveled for this, so it's not too bad. Our AoE stun just did a lot of work there. We'll start picking everything off one by one. as every monster gets killed, you can see it's adding to our loot pile. And in the end, it'll show us our rewards. So this is fishing bait, and this is the currency. And you can withdraw this currency and trade it as a crypto coin if you so choose to, though there is a withdrawal period. Let's go ahead and go crack that egg open, because I got one yesterday, my first one in a while. The game also has PvP modes and evolutions, so if you level up your characters, you can combine 3 level 50 Zs to get an evolved version. And here's our egg. Let's see what we got. This is our boy that we just got. And you can roll, you get 4 little bonuses. So you can see I got a Chaka, and he rolled 3 into damage and 1 into crit, which for a damage dealer, I would say is a pretty solid roll. Speed is pretty important in this game, so it might have been better to get speed, but I'm not upset with getting 3 damage and a crit. Now you can see the level 1s I was using, they have maximum XP. You can upgrade that, and it costs currency, so making him level 2, and then the cost goes up a little bit. Versus, you know, having a level 37, you need a lot more to level them up. Every weekend, the Forge, so it's going to start up in 18 hours here. It's open for, I don't know if it's 2 days or 3 days, but it's a little side dungeon you can go in. And if you can kill the bosses, say on level 10 and level 20, they have increased, they have more valuable loot tables that you can pull from. So it's not a bad way to get loot at all. You want to make sure you do that every weekend. So I haven't cleared 86. We'll see how they do. I'm gonna manually play them. Oh, I gotta turn autoplay off. I'm gonna manually play them to give myself the best chance to win. You can see the arrows are your, you know, your matchup. Green, you're doing the most damage to them. Red, you do reduced damage. Yellow's neutral. He's got a shield, so it's gonna block that, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Your skill recharges per turn, so every hit you do will reduce the counter. I always think it's a good idea to clear one off the board, even if you're not getting the best, even if you're not getting the maximum damage. I still like focus targeting and getting one off the board, because that's just less damage your team is taking every turn. A lot of dodges on me today. A lot of dodges. He's a healer, so he's sitting there and he's using his heal and he's getting the block in there, so it's getting quite annoying with in combination with all the dodges. Not much of a threat as he was the last one there, but it was still just wouldn't go away. I'm just gonna keep taunting because they really like to go after my damage dealer here. So you can see it gets a little bit more involved than we were on level 1. They start giving you some more enemies. These ones are even evolved a little bit. They have better stats, more skills. So playing a little more cautious than I usually play just because I haven't seen what's in these levels. Finally, I get to start dodging back. You got a turn order up here too, so you know who's going to go next, which is very, very important. If it was a player versus player scenario, you need to know if you can kill someone before they're about to attack you, or if they're going to kill your guy before, you know, make some decisions on healing or tanking, using skills. And the higher the level, the more currency you'll get, more XP you'll get. And then if we just come over here, the last thing I want to show for today and getting started with Zeeverse. You've seen the dungeons, you've seen the hatchery. Maybe I'll do a video when the temple's open, kind of show what that's about. And then there's the heist. This is if you have heist keys, which I do, they're just in my wallet or not sent to my wallet yet. You're able to find opponents and attack them. And then you can climb up in leagues that will give you bonuses per hour. And you'll just climb your way up. The game is very, it's not forgiving if you have a team of 37s and 38. If you're trying to attack a level 50 team, you're not going to do well. Even though it's automated play from the defender. I believe they get a defense bonus, and then when they hit you back, they're going to hit you hard. But it's a nice creature catching RPG. It's on treasure. It's going to be going to the treasure chain, I believe. I don't think I've seen an official announcement, but it should be going to the treasure chain. You gain your currency, level up your Z's. You can buy new Z's if you want to. There's a marketplace on treasure. I'll include that link in my tweet. And you can also read up on it. Its news is pretty recent as well on games.gg. Which yeah, this mentions their Telegram. They have a little Telegram mini game. It's similar to um, a Flappy Bird style game. It's a lot of fun. Hope you check it out. That's it for me. Good night.